Hey guys, welcome to this case study video where I show you how we get our clients 4 to 7 annuity appointments every single week with prospects who have the money, have the interest, and have the need to work with you. Now, this is a very in-depth guide. This is like an 18-page long document where we go over our exact script, what we do, how we get our clients, how we qualify our clients, and really the step-by-step process. My sole intention of this guide is to give you as much value as possible. I know not everyone is in the place right now where they can work with a marketing agency, but my intention is just to give you as much value to break down our exact process to help the viewers that's watching. My name is Sticky Chung, the founder of digitalprospecting.io. We've been in the marketing game for maybe close to 4 years right now. I'm pretty confident to say that I've mastered the process when it comes to getting high net worth, getting annuity, getting high ticket insurance clients. Kind of mastered the process in terms of getting those appointments. And that's exactly what I'm going to go over here today with you on this call. And if you're interested in having me do this all for you, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Just send me a message. Tell me you're from, I don't know, like a YouTube video, whatever, and we'll get going from there. Or you could book a call with me or someone from my team with this link right here. Let's go over some case study first. Trevor here, Mighty Life retirement strategist in Florida. When he started working with us, he tried multiple lead vendors in the past with little to no results and wrote a 1.5 mil annuity in the first 2 weeks of working together. For us to multiple of his agents, just to help them grow their practice as well. So this is his email. Bro, if you keep this up, oh my God, I'm so impressed. First 24 hours, 3 leads, 2 contacted, and probably 1 moving forward. 1 is working on a potential 1.5 mil annuity with me on Sunday night. Very impressed so far. Case study 2, Mark, CEO and managing partner at Tier 1 Wealth Group. Now, Mark is someone I respect a lot. He's a 25-year military veteran, and now he's full-time helping people retirement planning. 700K annuity with his first campaign, right? So this is his email. Just got a 700K annuity lead. I'll be back in blah, blah, blah. So, this is just some of our clients sharing the results. Case study 3, Mike here from Invita Financial, agency VP. So he's tired of chasing leads, looking for a way to write more high premium policy. So he wrote a 500K premium IUL policy in his second month of working with us. We don't just do annuities. We do a lot of different financial products as well when it comes to retirement, whether that's IULs, whether that's AUM, right? So Mike here, just some of his success, LL, too short of a notice, sorry, senior agency director, blah, blah. By the way, last month I sell a 500K premium IUL. Imagine if you could do like a 500K premium IUL, right? Most of these commissions are anywhere from 80% to maybe 120% in a month. It's pretty crazy, I think. But anyways, so case study 4, Danny here, Extreme Financial. He's a great speaker. He has, he wrote a couple of books, spoke on stage. Very tough guy, right? A very smart guy. And he's been working with us for, I think, coming on the 3rd year right now. He used to be a client, but now he's a close friend of mine. He's also one of our coaches inside our marketing agency to help agents write more policy. He's really good at sales. So if you guys have any questions regarding sales, definitely find him. He's a go-to guy to go. But Danny, man, dude, if you're watching this, I love you, but why do you have to keep harassing me all the time? So whenever Danny writes any kind of policy, whether that's a big policy or a small policy, he likes to, just to message me. Close another 247K AP, just close another 50K AP, another 12K AP. So this guy loves harassing me. Dude, I love you, but you have to stop this, man. Like, this is not acceptable. Anyways, so we don't just work with individual agents. We work with some of the biggest IMOs in the country. So including One Life Financial, Equus Financial, Invita Financial. There's a lot more to the companies that we work with. So, go check this out if you want. If you want more case study video, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. I have dozens and dozens of case study video that you can kind of go over just to kind of see some of our clients' results and our clients win. But what I do have to say is this is just the tip of the iceberg. Understand that we're not an IMO, and therefore our clients have no obligation to share any success, any wins with us. Them taking their time of a day to do these interviews with me, to share their wins, is something that I do not take it for granted. I am very grateful. And as long as they're getting wins, I'm happy. And this is kind of like my mission. That being said, I could assure you that there's a lot more wins that you could even imagine from our clients. Our average client makes back 5 to 10 times their return on investment when it comes to working with us, which is detailed in the exact process that I'm about to show you here today. At the end of the day, this is for you if you're good at what you do when it comes to retirement planning. We don't usually work with people starting out in their careers. If you're just starting out, it really depends, but I don't think advanced market is something that is the best fit for you. If you want to work with high quality prospects without burning through your warm market, or if your warm market is just too small and you don't have a lot of high net worth clients in your warm market, we could also help with that. If you tried multiple lead vendors but with little to no success, maybe the lead quality was low, maybe they're not interested, maybe don't have any money, maybe they don't have any motivation to work with you in the first place. I'll be addressing some of that issue, why that's happening, and show you exactly how you can fix that just by watching this guide right here. This is for you if you're tired of chasing leads and being framed as that sleazy salesman. I think it's a shame that most financial advisors have this kind of frame, even though they're extremely knowledgeable and they're doing great things for this country. They're helping retirees retire with and to put them in a good spot. So it's a shame that the way you follow up with leads and the way you chase leads around is causing that sleazy salesman frame. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to reverse that in this short presentation, in this short case study here today. So this is for you if you're looking for someone to set this up for you and do everything for you, including whether that's getting the leads, calling the leads to make sure they're a good fit, qualifying their leads, and booking them on your calendar. We do all the heavy lifting. All you have to do is just take the call, right? All you have to do is take the call with the prospects, with your ideal prospects, and that's it. We do everything from the sourcing, getting the leads, calling the leads, making sure they're a good fit, screening the leads, handing the leads to you on a silver platter. That's what we do the best. The bottom line is, if you want to get straight to a point, no bullshit, the best method right now to get high paying clients, this case study is for you. So before I dive into the hows, let's just go over some trends that you have to know first. Let me just move my face a little bit here. Okay, so the first trend is the shift from doing business locally to doing business virtually. I'm sure you guys been through the whole lockdown situation, and what we've seen in the past few years, especially when everyone's trapped in their homes, is a huge shift in the market from doing business physically to doing business virtually across the whole country. What we noticed is this created several benefits, especially for advisors, financial producers, and people that can work remotely. Number one is time efficiency. So instead of driving around and spending 2 to 3 hours a day just stuck in traffic, driving in a car, now you could just maximize your calendar space with activities that actually pushes the business forward. That means taking sales appointments, taking meetings, talking to new prospects, and instead of just getting stuck in traffic and getting stuck in your car. This also allows you to tap into an unlimited amount of clients. So in the past, if you think about it, the way business work is it's usually bound by your physical location. Doing business virtually breaks the barrier and allows you to tap into clients all over the country, whereas you really can't do that when you're just doing face-to-face meetings. So that's the first trend. The second trend is the ability to get in front of anyone you want using paid ads. Now this is probably one of our most secret weapon there that if you're watching this video, I'm sure you've seen ads before, right? I'm sure you've seen ads before, and I bet 90% of those ads are bad and you would never respond to. But there's always that 10% of ads that really stood out to you that made you, stop and click. And I'm going to show you exactly how you could get these 10% of your ideal clients. You could craft these 10% of ads, because if you can do that, if you're able to do that, getting leads becomes easy and infinite. You're not just bound by your local market and the people you know. You could literally target everyone that you could think of. So that's what I'm going to go over in this case study video here today. So the third benefit is scaling your financial practice, your insurance agent, is almost like a numbers game. Now, why do I call it a numbers game? Let's just do the math here. Say you spend $2,000 on ads in a month. You get 100 leads for the $2,000. So cost per lead is 20. Out of those 100 leads, you get 10 appointments. So your cost per appointment is $200. Out of those 10 appointments, let's say you make 2 sales, right? So your cost per sale, so every time you make a sale, you're paying $1,000 in ad spend. Say the average sale makes you around 10 grand, which I feel like if you're doing annuities, if you're doing like high premium policies, definitely make more than just 10 grand. This means, you're spending 2,000 to make back 20,000, right? So that's 2 sales. You're spending 2,000 to make back 20,000. Now let's just do the math here. Let's say the next month, you want to bring in 100,000 instead. This tells you that you have to spend, in order to do that, you have to spend 10 grand on ads, right? So it's a very predictable machine. Once you get it working, now okay, if I want this amount of appointments, I need to spend this much in ads. And we're going to show exactly how we do that. But I hope you understand that once you get this client acquisition system right, the way to grow is just to spend more money in pay ads, get more leads, get more appointments, and get more sales. Simple as that. These are the exact steps outlined in this case study video. This is just a high level step. We're going to break down the details just in a bit. But step one is lead sourcing. How do we find our leads? How do we find our ideal clients? Where do we advertise? Where do we spend money on ads? Step two is lead qualifying. How do we qualify them to make sure they have a problem, to make sure they have motivation to solve that problem, and to make sure that they have the money to solve it? How do we do that? We're going to go over that here in this case study video as well. Step three is lead screening. After we get the leads, how do we verify their information? How do we contact them? How do we make sure they're a good fit? So we do that through something we call a short introductory call. It's like a 10-minute call where our appointment setter just call them and run them through like a sales process. I'm going to show you how we do that just in a bit. And then step four, authority transfer. This is the most important piece of the puzzle, I think. This is how, let's say we screen the leads. How do we position you as the authority to help prospects solve some of their problems? So I'm going to go over that just in a bit just as well. Let's kind of dive into the steps in details here. Let's go for step one first, lead sourcing. How do we find your ideal clients? We do that online. We advertise on Google, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, you can name it. And there's a bunch of different ways that we can do it. The first way is we do target people by interest, right? Whether they have, interest in retirement planning, whether that's, their 401ks, like investing, they have some sort of interest. Maybe they search for keywords in the past, or they're searching for keywords right now. They're searching for keywords like, annuity rates, best annuity companies, things that they searched for in the past, or they visited certain websites. Let's say if they visited annuity.org, let's say if they visited Fisherman Investments, Fidelity, retirement planning related websites. So we want to make sure they have some sort of interest, and we can target by income. So we can target top household income earners, people, the top 10%, 20%, 30%. We could target really the high net worth clients by using just simple Google and Facebook ads. The good news is, unlike your war market or unlike your local market where, you could literally run out of these clients, if you're doing this right and if you have the right systems and advertising systems in place, there's really no limit on the amount of clients you can find. It's not like a Roth IRA where you can just contribute up to $23K a year. To give you a better perspective, we're spending 7 figures a year just in ad spend, and, constantly we're getting good prospects, high net worth prospects, day in and day out. You never run out of people to talk to once you master this targeting system of targeting the right prospect. So that's number one, sourcing the leads, finding the leads. Now, the second step number two, is lead qualifying. We want to make sure they have a problem and they have motivation to solve the problem and they have the money to solve it, right? There's 2 steps in this process. Step 2A is something we call calling out their wants and needs. So what we do is we show them an ad just to point out the pitfalls that they might be having right now. Let's say, if they're investing in their 401k, if they're scared of running out of money when they retire, or if they're looking for retirement planning or related keywords. So we run ads across multiple platforms just to point out pain points that people might have, to have them click, to have them opt in, to have them give them our information. Now, I'm not going to go over a super in-depth advertising copywriting course here. I do have more tutorials in my YouTube channel if you're interested. I'll show you more of how we actually brainstorm these ads, write these ads, the copies that we use, the images that we use. Subscribe to this channel if you feel like this is something that you want to learn. But if not, let's move on. After them clicking, what we want to do is we want to segment them via a survey. So different leads are going to have different problems. They're going to have different pain points. They're going to have different bank accounts, right? So what we want to do is we want to have them submit a survey, where they live, the year that they plan to retire, their interests, what they're doing right now. Do they have a 401k? Are they holding cash? How much money they're making, their investable assets. So we're gathering all this information through a survey that we, have them fill out. And we could segment people by how much money they make or how much money they have in the bank. After this process, what we do is we get like a few hundred leads a day just by doing that. But then the next step is to screen them. Because even though they filled something out, it might not be super 100% accurate. They might not be really looking. So what we do is we want to have a lead screening process where we actually verify the lead's information through like a short call. This is going to be like a 10-minute call with some of our appointment setters. Really what that next step is to have someone from either our team or your team call these leads. Now, I really don't recommend you do this yourself. If you're the financial advisor, I don't really recommend you do this yourself. It's going to take you a lot of time just to screen these leads out. And it's not good for your positioning. So if you do the screening process, they're going to feel like, hey, this guy's basically a salesman, right? So now we have our inbound appointment setters to do that for us. If you don't, you could either hire like an assistant, you could hire a appointment setter, you could hire like a receptionist to do that for you. Just know that it's probably not the best use of your time to do this yourself. So we run them through like a screening process, through a phone, through a quick 10-minute call. And there's a couple of things that we want to qualify for. Number one, what are their biggest concerns when it comes to retirement, or if they have one in the first place? If they don't have a problem, there's, it's really hard to, get them to take any action. So we want to make sure they have some sort of concerns when it comes to retirement planning. What's their age? When are they looking to retire? What do they have in place for retirement right now? Is it enough? How much income they're making right now, the investable asset that they have right now, any other relevant information that the prospect might tell you. And then what we do is we have our appointment setter submit a lead card, right? So this is a lead card sent to one of our clients. So name, number, email, and really the information that we got from the call, right? Whether that's income, investable asset, what do they have in place right now, and any additional notes that the appointment setter picked up. For example, age, planning to retire in 5 years, or if you can retire in 65, has an IRA, gold, real estate, digital coin. I think that means crypto, but okay. Eliminate taxes and manage risk. So that's what the prospect is looking for. And he has an investable asset of around 400K. So we put that all in the lead card and we move on to the next process, which is authority transfer. What we're trying to do here is after screening the leads, after qualifying the leads, we want to position you as the authority, as the authoritative solution to help solve these prospects' problem. This is probably the most important part in the whole process. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. This is probably the most important part. We notice a significant increase in lead quality when we implement this. So before in the past, we don't have this process in place. After the lead screening, we simply just give the lead card to our advisors or agents to handle the rest, either giving them a lead card or booking them an appointment on the calendar. Now, if you think about it, it's not actually too ideal because if you think about it, prospects are showing up on the call with no rapport with you at all. You're calling them and, oh, who's this? Oh, it's XYZ. Like, there's no rapport built in. The advisor, the agent, you will have to take on the sales frame. To some extent, right? To some extent, because you are calling them and now they're like, hey, who's this? They're in control basically. And this increases the likelihood of no-shows. And after implementing this process, what we see is prospects sees the advisor as the expert to help solve their problems. It builds more trust, it builds more rapport, and show-up rate drastically increase. All right, this is a very crucial part of the process here. So here's how it works. After the appointment setter screening the call, so after the appointment setter screening the leads, what you have to do is the appointment setter must schedule a call within 24-hour time frame. Anything longer than 24 hours will diminish the return. So do schedule the call the next day as quick as possible. After that, instead of the advisor calling the prospect first, do not do that, okay? Do not have the advisor call the prospect. Have the appointment setter call the prospect first. So, our in-house appointment setter, they've called the prospect first to make sure they're ready, to make sure they're good to go. This works really well because it's just human psychology, right? Prospects have more trust with people they spoke to before. So since the appointment setter, he's the one who's scheduled the call, who's did the screening, prospects have more rapport with the appointment setter. After that, have the advisor join the call 1 to 2 minutes late. Let the appointment setter make an introduction. So here's how it goes. The appointment setter says something like this. Hey, prospect. So, hey, John, I want you to meet our senior advisor here, Joel. His brief description. So say something like, he's been in the industry for more than 20 years and he specializes in helping people eliminate risk, taxes, and fees. Now, this is all customized to what you do. We could change that easily, but this is just a line to really introduce you to the prospect. I'm sure he's someone that can help you. So after introducing the advisor, what we do is we introduce the prospect. Hey, advisor. So, hey, John, meet Joe here. His main concern is running out of money when he retires. He's around 64, looking to retire in 65, so 1 year. He's currently using XYZ and he's looking to do XYZ with an investable asset of, I don't know, let's say 400K. What happens next is the appointment setter then leaves the call. The appointment setter is going to be like, okay, I'll let you guys take it from there. Have a great day and just hang up. So that's what the appointment setter is going to do and hands the prospect to the advisor on a silver platter. If you guys haven't tried this, do try this. This is super, super helpful. This creates a lot of trust from the prospect's point of view. It's almost like I wouldn't call it like a warm referral, but it's almost like a cold referral. It's like, hey, you talked to me before. I know your problem. Now I'm going to refer you to someone that can solve that problem. It creates a lot of trust and it creates a lot of rapport from the prospect's angle. So that's what you want to do to really get high quality appointments. To build this client acquisition system, here's the next step. This is something that you're going to need to really build this client acquisition system if you were to do this by yourself. All right. So number 1 is paid ads. You need knowledge. You need to be knowledgeable in creating and running profitable paid advertising campaigns. And if you can't do that, if you want to do it yourself, you could hire a media buyer. Usually it's going to cost you anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 per month. The next position you need is someone to do your content, whether that's designing, copywriting, website survey. This could be a full-time or a part-time basis depending on how many leads you need. Tech stack. You're going to need different softwares like a landing page software, like a survey software, calling function, calendar, dialer, stuff like that. I recommend using Go High Level. It's everything in one place. If you haven't heard of Go High Level before, it's a really good CRM. You guys should get a free 14-day trial here and with this link right here. That's all the tech you need, basically. Just one software alone. It's like $97 per month. And then the fourth thing you need is appointment setters. So this is going to cost you anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 a month for a full-time position. Some of the better ones are, anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000. If you hire someone overseas, it can be a little bit cheaper. I don't really recommend that because it's way harder to train them. So do hire locally if you can. What I'm trying to say here is just hiring alone will cost you more than $10,000 a month, depending on how many appointment setters you have, depending on your tech stack, probably even more than $10,000 a month if you were to do this all by yourself. Not to mention the tens and thousands of dollars of ad spend that you'll waste competing with advertisers like myself. We have a full stack marketing team, we have a full stack media buying team, and we've been doing this day in and day out for the past 4 years. It took me 4 years to refine and to figure this process out. So if you want to spend ads, if you want to spend money on paid advertising by yourself, you're literally competing with guys like me. I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm saying this to point out that you could just take a much easier path and work with me. Leverage our team, no training, no hiring, no extra costs on your end. You wouldn't have to do this all over. And all you have to do is to leverage our proven process. No more guesswork, no more wasted ad spend, wasted time trying to figure things out. No softwares that you have to install, no gimmicks, no text, just simply high quality appointments. Just take calls, just get appointments. That's what we do. And we can set up everything in 24 hours or less. No setup period, no setup time, give you like a month to kind of write your ads, nothing like that. You could start taking appointments immediately. Understand that we have limited availability. One trained appointment setter could probably handle, I guess, 3 to 4 clients a month, pushing it. 4 clients is max. 3 clients a month is ideal. And that's why we are capped on the amount of clients that we can bring in monthly. If this is something that you want my help on, shoot me a message on LinkedIn. Just send me a message. Just click the link, send me a message, and ask you some short questions, and we'll go from there. How is this different from other lead companies I've used in the past? It's a good question. Most lead companies just do step 1 of our process, meaning they just get you the leads, and that's it. They don't do anything else. That's why you end up chasing, calling, following up with people that have no intention, no motivation to buy from you in the first place. And if you're just doing that, you're wasting hours of your precious time to get a hold of these leads. And once you get a hold of them, you realize they have no money to work with you in the first place. So, why, right? Does this work for annuities? We have clients that do IUL, whole life, financial planning, AUM, whatever. At the end of the day, it's about solving your prospects' financial problems. There's different ways to skin a cat, and I believe our clients should do the right thing for their clients, right? Don't just sell one product because the commissions are higher, but do the right thing, right? What is your average conversion rate, closing percentage, average case size? So we usually see an average 20 to 30%. So out of 10 appointments, you should close 2 to 3 clients out of 10 appointments. Keep in mind, this depends on a lot of different factors, right? There's the whole sales process that you implement. There's the prospect as well. What kind of problems do they have? But regularly, what we see, our clients make back usually 5 to 10 times their return on investment when it comes to working with us. Can clients set specific geographic or demographic preference for leads? Now, we target either statewide or the whole country. So let's say if you live in California, we could target the state, or we could target the whole country, all the states. I'm just starting out. What should I do? Now, this depends on your situation. If you're just starting from scratch, if you're bootstrapped with no funds, you could just start by watching the tutorials I have in my YouTube channel and you learn to do everything yourself. I don't really recommend that because that's going to take you a lot more time and you're going to make a lot more mistakes. But nevertheless, this is just another option for you to get the ball rolling. I created several videos to help advisors get their first few clients, so they do have the funds to reinvest back into their business. And maybe you want to work with us, maybe you want to work with other people. But at the end of the day, you must have a solid marketing system in place to help you get more qualified appointments. That's what we do. Anyways, so this is the end of the presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, have got some value out of this. If you did, leave me a like, give me a subscribe if you think this is useful. And if you need more help, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, and I guess we'll go from there. I'll see you guys on the next video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.